Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we are talking about the Browns and Steelers matchup, the final one of this Super Wild Card Week. I'm loving it. This is absolutely amazing. This has been so much fun. But yeah, this is my sixth prediction video. If you have not seen the other five, I highly recommend you do so. I do have a playlist with all the predictions I've made throughout this entire no, I was about to say season, but my entire career on YouTube. I do have a playlist of every single prediction I have made, so go check that out. But yeah, if you have seen the other five, you know the structure of these, where we just go why I think each team will win and why I think each team will lose, and my prediction at the end. But if you haven't seen, that's what we do. But yeah, I think I see no reason why I should wait any longer, other than my stutter. Let's get right into let's get right into this. Why do I think the Steelers were going to win? In two simple words, their defense. It is the sole reason they are the 3 seed. If their defense was any worse, they'd probably be the 6th seed. But their defense is insane. Specifically, one man by the name of TJ Watt. I don't know if you've heard of him, but yeah, he's pretty good. Led the league in sacks this year. Yeah, that was that's pretty good. But yeah, not only is it TJ Watt though. On the defensive line, they have Stephon Tuitt, sorry, and Cameron Hayward. Their linebackers aren't great, with along with TJ Watt being Vince Williams, Avery Williamson, and Alex Highsmith. But their safety duo in Terrell Edmunds and Minka Fitzpatrick, I love it. Mike Hinton and Steven Nelson aren't bad. It would have helped if Joe Hayden was not out, and their linebacking core would have been a lot better with both Devin Bush and Bud Dupree in. But still, this defense is pretty good. The second reason is the promise of their passing attack. While their passing game hasn't been great, the potential of it is enough for me to put it here, because all of a sudden it could just click. I mean, Juju Smith-Schuster, we have seen what he is capable of doing. Deontay Johnson, minus the drops, has had a great year. Chase Claypool, we have all seen what he is capable of doing. Even James Washington and Ray McLeod have had really solid points in the season. So the promise of their passing attack, and I think that is the focal point of their offense, is their passing game. As well, Ben Roethlisberger he was 16th in passing yards with 3,803. Did have 33 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, not great. So I think there was a stretch where the Steelers as a team had at least one turnover every single game, which was not good. But yeah, the promise of their passing attack is enough to get it into this category. The third reason is Mike Tomlin. I mean, he is one of the best coaches in football. He's won a Super Bowl, so he knows what to do. And other than that one play against the Ravens, which not a huge fan of him because of that, and also he coaches the Steelers and don't like the Steelers. But yeah, Mike Tomlin is an amazing coach. Very, very talented coach. I think you can say that. I don't know what to say for that part, but yeah, very good coach, and is definitely the better coach in this matchup. And finally, I do like, again, the potential of the running game. It hasn't necessarily succeeded, as James Conner was 22nd in yards this year with 721. If I'm not mistaken, there were some games where he was out, as Benny Snell actually had a decent year as a backup, 368 yards, which is 50th in the league. Nothing horrible. He did finish with 4 touchdowns, and Connor finished with 6. Sorry, 6 touchdowns. So combined 10 there, nothing. It's not horrible, but we again, like Juju, have seen what James Conner can do, and if that's what clicks, then I think they'll have a good time with their if that clicks, their entire offense clicks. So yeah, those two could be a huge reason for why the Steelers will win. But what about the Browns? We talked about the Steelers defense and T.J. Watt. Well, what about Myles Garrett? I believe he was 3rd in sacks this year. No, he was 6th. Huh. Okay. A little bit surprised there. But Myles Garrett's an absolute beast. 12 sacks. Man's just is huge dude. Great pass rusher. Yeah, he is he's, I believe. Let me look at the roster just to make sure I'm not missing anyone. No, yeah, Myles Garrett is the best player on this team. The only one close would be Odell Beckham Jr., but even still, give me Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is probably the second best player in this game. I think, just looking at both teams, I think he is the second best behind T.J. Watt. But yeah, Myles Garrett is an absolute force, beast, however you want to describe him. He will be a huge part in the Browns' victory in this game. Next, Chubb and Hunt. Nick Chubb, Kareem Chubb, Nick Hunt. 2 very great running backs. Nick Chubb didn't play in all the games, played in 12. Still was 7th in yards with 1,067. Tied for 4th in touchdowns with 12. And a 5.6 average. On only 190 attempts, which was 14th in the league. So, yeah, he had a pretty good year. And Kareem Hunt also had a very good year, finishing with 841 yards, 6 touchdowns with a 4.2 average on 198 attempts. So, yeah, their running back core is very good and will more than likely be the main point of their offense in this matchup. Not because of not only because the Steelers' run game is but because I do believe that Nick Chubb is an amazing player, 3rd best player in this game. But yeah, this is definitely should be a focal point of the Browns in this game. However, they do have a very balanced passing attack with Baker Mayfield throwing for 3,563 yards, which is 18th in the league, nothing bad. 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, tied for 10th. Well done, Baker. And a 72.3 QBR. So they do have a balanced attack. I will touch on it later, but it is hurt by injuries. But Jarvis Landry has played very well. He has missed some time, if I am right. Yeah, he missed 1 game. Jarvis Landry missed 1 game, but other than that, 840 yards, not bad. 3 touchdowns. Okay, I said he's not playing too well, actually. Now that I actually look at his numbers. It's nothing great, but actually, yeah, that was not good. This is honestly this might be his worst year since his rookie year. So, yeah, I apologize for that statement. I would like to correct it. Jarvis Landry has not been playing that well this year. But still, they have found a way to attack through the passing game. I think Donovan Peoples-Jones and Rashad Higgins have definitely taken some steps up in OBJ's absence. But yeah, they do have the capability of being a balanced attack. The next thing is as a defense of the whole, not just Myles Garrett, they can get pressure on Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, this defensive line: Myles Garrett, Sheldon Richardson, Larry Ogunjobi, and Adrian Claiborne is a great pass rushing line. It would have been even better if Olivier Vernon was in, But yeah, that is a defensive line capable of getting pass rush on Ben Roethlisberger. But yeah, that would be the reason why the Browns win, forcing Roethlisberger to throw it quickly when his receivers might not be open due to oh, he's wait, am I looking at the right team? Oh yeah, I am. Huh? I don't. Am I just? Never mind. Yeah, the pass rush will greatly benefit this Browns team. But what about some of the Steelers' weaknesses? Why would they lose? Their O line is not as strong as it's been in years past. They're getting older. That's what it is. They're getting older. Villanueva's not what he once was. Chukwuma Okorafor. Sorry if I butchered that. Not the best right tackle. DeCastro and Pouncey are getting older. So yeah, this line isn't what it has been, and could against this pass rush and the run defense too. Could see some struggle there. The receivers are inconsistent. The one I would like to focus on is Deontay Johnson. Well, he's consistently bad at not catching passes. He had one of the worst. He was one of the worst at, well, best at dropping passes. Worst in catch percentage, if that's even a thing, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, Deontay Johnson was not great. If he caught about half the balls he dropped, he would have had an amazing year. Definitely getting over the 1,000 yards. Still had 7 touchdowns, 88 receptions. So overall, not a horrible year considering the drops. But the most famous receiver, Juju, apparently at one point, I don't remember. I don't know if it is changed since I last saw that, and no, it is not. Yet Juju has more TikToks than receiving yards in a game this year. I believe that is a true fact. Feel free to fact check me if you want to go count all those TikToks. But the number for his receiving yards in a game is 96. I do think that is a higher number. That's not good. That's not good. And then Claypool has had some great games. He has also had some not great games. Like it started off the 101 yards against Cleveland. Or wait, no, that was the most recent one. Sorry. Yeah, it started off not great against New York. Sorry, I forgot how to read. With 39 yards, no touchdowns. Then against Denver, he 88 yards and a touchdown. Well done. But then right back down to 24 yards, no touchdowns. Then back up to 110. Then 74. Then -2. Then 42. And then he picked it back up but stayed up until the last game against Cleveland where he got 101 yards and a touchdown. So yeah, their receiver play very inconsistent, and if not consistent, will hurt this team bad. Also, Ben Roethlisberger's turnovers, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, I think there was a stretch where he had a turnover per game. It was not good. I think he ended up with 10 this year, which is about, let me do the math. Nah, I can't do that. Just under 1 a year, I think 0.8 per year, per game. Something like that. Not ideal. Also speaking of not ideal, their run game. I did mention the potential of it, the possibility that it works. Yeah, the reason why it's the possibility and not their run game like actually working. It's not reliant. James Conner has struggled this year. Benny Snell hasn't been great as a backup. They've been solid, but nothing spectacular, which could be handy to win a playoff game. But why will the Browns lose? I do not know the latest. On Kevin Stefanski. But as of As of when I'm recording and researched all this, Kevin Stefanski will not be at the game. Will not be able to coach the game from in Pittsburgh. So that will definitely hurt the Browns. As he was the coach of the year, still not the best coach in this game, but a very good coach, and will definitely be missed on the sideline. Another thing is an inconsistent Baker. I think we all know how inconsistent Baker can be, how bad he can be, and how good he can be. They need the good one here, but there's absolutely no promise. They're also not at full strength. They have 5 wide receivers that are questionable or out. Donovan Peoples-Jones is questionable. Kadero Hodge out. Taywan Taylor, injured reserve. OBJ, injured reserve. JoJo Natson, injured reserve. That's not good. Specifically OBJ. That's not good. They only have 1 backup offensive lineman as of when I did all this research. That has since changed. They now do have 3 offensive linemen, or 4. They have 4 backup offensive linemen. So, but still, Olivier Vernon's out. Andrew Sendejo's out. Denzel Ward is out. The Denzel Ward one hurts the most, I think, out of the ones I just listed. Yeah, that's not good. Granted, Pittsburgh doesn't have the best passing attack, the most consistent one, but with Denzel Ward, and that definitely boosts things in Cleveland's favor, especially when they already don't have a great secondary. They're 22nd in passing yards per game. Don't know the exact number, but I assume it's somewhere around 270, 280 passing yards per game. I don't know, that seems a little low. I don't know for sure, but they are, 22nd in passing yards per game. Sorry, I don't know that exact stat. But yeah, that's why Cleveland would lose. Specifically, the injuries, not being at full strength, the inconsistent Baker, and Denzel Ward. That would be why the Browns would lose. But my prediction: a lot of people don't like the Steelers. They say they're overrated, and they were. They were a little overrated. But they're not going to lose to the Browns. They're not. Okay? I at least I feel fairly confident they won't. I mean, yes, they lost this last game against the Browns. Okay, but in that game, Mason Rudolph was the starting quarterback, right? This was the backups for Pittsburgh, which I think was stupid for Pittsburgh's part because he could have knocked out Cleveland. Anyway, Cleveland barely beat Pittsburgh's backups, and a must-win game for them. And when they played the full Pittsburgh, like the stars for Pittsburgh, they got destroyed 38-7. So yeah, it's not looking too good. I'm going to go 31-7. The Steelers win. 31-17. Sorry, not 7. Steelers 31, Browns 17. That is my prediction. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. If not, yell at me in the comments for how stupid I am and why the Steelers are overrated. And I'll see you in the next video. Adios.